Hello, Joanne from Rose's Creations. I am going to be repotting some plants. I have a spider plant and I also have a philodendron that I've had for a long time and it desperately needs to get repotted. And I got two Oriental pots that are pretty cool looking, so I kind of want to put them in there. So, here goes. First of all, my philodendron is probably like, I don't know, I would say 30 years. No, probably like 25 years that I've had it. Got it at a restaurant. I just happened to see the plant sitting there and I was like, hey, can I have a clipping? So I got a piece and it was probably about, I don't know, like that big, from here to there type thing. And this thing progressively keeps growing and growing and growing, and then I just take it and I clip it and give it some pieces to people and clip it some more and give it to people. What I'm doing right now is getting rid of some of this dead stuff that's on here. This thing has been outside all summer long right now, so there's some dead stuff on there because I forget to water it. That's what I do. I put it out here sometimes and forget to water, so yeah, needs a little help. It actually grew. I'm deadheading the leaves that are on here that are no good. It actually grew into my skeleton. I have a skeleton that I used to have hanging up in my house, and it started to fall apart, so now I've been taking it and putting it in a flower pot because it looks pretty cool, but I can't even, it's funny, one of the limbs grew into the skeleton, so that's gonna stay there, and then I will have to transplant it with that there, and then see what happens. I'm gonna take it and put it up here though, so I can get the roots and check out the roots too, because the roots, normally I try to slip pot everything, but this is so old, it needs to get roots attention also. Do yourself a favor though, be careful and know what you're doing when you're doing this, because you might kill your plant if you go too crazy and not have an idea of what you're doing. So almost all the dead leaves are off. Anything that's dead, just clip. Leaves that are dead, get rid of. Yeah, most of this is good now, I think. One there. This is going to help promote growth, so clip. And then also leaves that are dried up like that, snip them off, won't hurt it. See anything that's like that, get rid of them. If this was a flower and it had dead flowers on it, it's called deadheading. So you take it and you just snip off, you know, like this. Let's say this was a flower, just deadhead it, just snip it off, either cut it or pull it off, and that's it. All right, so I think I'm good on that. Now I'm gonna take it out of the pot. What else do I have? Oh, yep. So grab as much plant as you can, and of course I'm having to grab this stupid arm, which is not what I want to do, but, and then pull it out of the pot. You pull it out nice and easy, as close to the roots as you can. Let me flip this over a little bit just so you can see better. What I'm doing is getting my fingers down deep in here, get as much roots as I can, and then I'm pulling, because if you do the roots and bang on the bottom of the pot, that'll help loosen it up. This thing is so pot bound, it's unbelievable. So here's my root system. Craziness, huh? So it has a very good established root system on here, and now I see some more dead. So I'm gonna grab it while I'm here. This will make it so that whatever was dead in here will end up growing new limbs and stuff too. So I'm not worried about any of this that I'm cutting. That's a root. I'll leave that. Just make sure whatever you do cut is dead, not roots, because sometimes the roots with this philodendron, it's going to grab roots wherever. See, like I have roots here. That if I was to take that and cut that, put it in dirt, and I get another damn plant. Actually, you know what? I think I might do that. I might do another pot, and then that way, in case I lose one, I like to try to keep one around in case I lose one and I have another one. Because, like I said, this plant has a little sentimental value to me because I've had it for a long time. I got it, grew it, and then what I did is I ended up leaving an ex-boyfriend, and the ex-boyfriend ended up keeping it on me. And then later we became friends, and then when we became friends, he's moving to Florida, so he's like, hey, he says, you want your plant back? He says, because I can't take it, it's taking it to Florida and stuff like that, it'll probably get dead by then. So he says, you know, take it. So I said, okay. And it's back with me now. All right, so now I'm gonna do that. And I got most of it out. That's a root. That's a root. I'm gonna end up having to put this down lower than normal in the dirt just so I can get some of these roots that are exposed in the dirt. Now, I can sit there and take this all apart and everything else and stuff, but I'm not. But I am going to get a little bit of this dirt off just so I can spread the roots. So all you do is just stick your fingers in there. Don't go too crazy. You can do it with water and let the water just rush off the, but I don't want to, all I want to do is just loosen some of the dirt. I don't want to get and disturb the roots too much, because then it might kill it. But I do want to get it so that the dirt is loosened, because it's impacted a lot. And so that's not very good in order to be able to make it grow. So, some more dead stuff. Can just pull on it to, I'd suggest cutting it if you've never done this before, cut it, because don't want to do something that you're not supposed to be doing. Definitely. Alright, so now I'm going to just stick it in here 1 second to get it out of the way. One second. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this. This is all good dirt. It's just stuff that was in that pot, but I am going to refresh it. So I have some compost that I have from my worms in this tote here. Let me just show you better. Compost in here from the worms. I actually even did see one of the worms still in here, so I gotta try to see if I can find it so I can put it back into my compost. But, oh, here he is. Alright, so here's my worm, so I want to save them, so I'm going to grab a cup. I know I got a cup somewhere, I just seen one not too long ago. Alright, so I put it in here, and I'll put some of the compost back in here a little bit so I can put it back in where the thing would protect him until and I don't see any more worms in here. It was pretty good when I got the compost out of there. Oh, one more, I see one more. Alright, I'll put a little bit more compost in there, and then we'll bring that in the house later on. and I'll put it back into the bin. All right, for now, I don't have enough in order to fill these 2 pots. So what I'm gonna do is recycle some of the dirt that I already have. This has perlite in it. It's a seed mix, so this is gonna be great for this. And it also was part of me making microgreens. And now it's spent. So I'm just gonna take it, and it's got roots, and I'm just gonna break it up and then mix it up with the compost. Anything that's green in there, if you wanted to pull it off and stuff, you can pull it off, but it's just going to be part of this compost and be part of the soil, so it's not going to make a difference. Hold your breath while you're doing this so you're not breathing in all that dirt and vermiculite and perlite. And mix and mix and mix. Okay. And now I'm gonna put dirt in a pot. Let me see which one I want to use for that one. I think I want to use this one. Okay, so dirt in a pot. And take this, put this on the floor a minute. Put this up here, and I'll grab a cup or pot or something. Like grabbing these hot ones because these hot ones are going to scoop up dirt. Well, pot, and scoop up some dirt. Put it on the bottom because I'm going to have the bottom filled a little bit before I put this in there. Now spread it around and try to get as much as you can on the sides. Because when you put this in here, it's gonna be good. All right, so now I'm switching these because I don't want, I'd rather have this pot fall than that pot. So I'm gonna put that there, this here, and then we're gonna go this position here. Now you can see again. And like I said, spread it as much as you can to the back. This has a little bit more greens. I'm gonna put it on the bottom. You have some of the greens and stuff that's still there, put it on the bottom of the pot. It'll be fine. I'm doing more of a perlite mixture in here because of the fact that it's a pot and it doesn't have drainage. You can take some bricks and put it in here, some rocks put on the bottom and stuff like that, but I'll be fine with this. So now to grab the plant again, same thing, grab as much as you can with the roots and all and put it in there. Okay? Now, this is going to be the hard part because you have to take soil now and put it around and get it into the pot down into deep. So, just up here a minute. And you just keep dropping it in there. Drop it in there and push it onto the sides. Push it on the side that way. Do this outside because if you don't do it outside, you're gonna have a mess inside. More soil aside. Okay, that's covering the roots that was exposed. And now I still gotta get this side. So same thing. And I have some over here. I'm just gonna drop it in there. Normally I do slip potting, and the reason I do that is because of the fact that you don't want to disturb the roots as much as possible. But this thing really is in need of attention. So I'm not slip potting it. I'm actually took it all there and did up the roots and everything, so it's not so compacted. And I think that's gonna do it. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is, because this is a climbing one, I'm going to end up grabbing something to make this so I can climb onto it. But let me see if I can take my skeleton and stand it up instead of sitting it down, because normally I sit it down. I'm probably going to be right here. And I think that if I put a couple of sticks in here, if I put a couple of sticks in here, I'm just going to lay it in there. It's not going to hurt anything. Be right back, 2 seconds. I'll get a couple more somewhere else, but this is a kebab stick. So what I'm doing is just taking this kebab stick and just putting it through the pelvis so it holds it. And I'll grab a couple of more and put them in there just so I can hold it and stand it up. And then I'm gonna take the foot and dig it into the dirt. And just kind of let it sit there. And then as an arm, of course, this is where it went, because that's the clavicle. So one arm is already here, so I'm going to do the other arm over here, I guess, somewhere, and just make it sit in the dirt. A couple of my ribs fell off. And like I said, this one was attached, so now it's not, but the plant is on it and doing its thing. And so yeah, I don't know if I can attach it back on there. Or, oh shit, the whole thing's falling apart. Oh, I'm gonna have to glue that back on there, because you know what, I don't like it like that. My poor skeleton. So that is a process of transplanting a plant as a philodendron. And then when you're done transplanting it, I'm going to do it as soon as I'm done doing both of them, because I'm going to water them both. You need to water them. So that is the first one. I think I might take the skeleton out because it's all beat up now. Yeah. Gotta go. Yep. Time for it to go. And then I gotta do something with that one, because I put it in my garden in the front yard. Alright, I'm gonna snip that root so I can get that one out of there, because that doesn't, it's not gonna hurt it. It's just gonna have some stuff growing off of that later on anyways. So yep, that'll go in my front yard and my garden, and people think I'm crazy again still, but that's fine. Alrighty, so get rid of the dirt around the pot on the top here, because you don't want it falling in your house. And that's number one. So now we're going to do number two. Number two is a, oh my God, I can't even think of the name, a spider plant. So a spider plant, that's when I'm going to slip pot it. I think, let's see what happens. Gotta figure it out, but I think it's going to be slip potted, but I might need to get some roots taken care of too. So let's see what's going on. Put this over here for a table right now. And I have my little froggy in there. Prince Charming. Try to decorate most of my pots. This thing's outside most of the time, so, and then I have a flag in there. So we'll put the flag over here. Oh, I have a little, I'm gonna wash him and put him in my flower pot. That's what I'll do there. Alrighty, next, this one. No idea what condition this one is in. So, let's see. It's pretty good size. I've had it for about 10 years. I keep flipping it down. Wasn't a hanging pot for a while. Took it out of the hanging pot. Actually, I'm going to put this right over here so I don't lose the dirt. I can just use it again. And then pull the plant. Tapping the bottom of the pot gets the roots loose, gets some of the dirt loose, and then pull. If it doesn't work, pull some more. Tap some more. Tap some more, and that way I'll get it done and out of there. It should come out nice and easy. This one needs to get a little bit compounded a little bit because it's going to go in a smaller pot. I think was deeper, but it's not. So just taking our roots and getting rid of the stuff that's around here, and then loosen some of this a little bit just so that it's not pot bound, because that's what it is right now. It's pot bound. Every time I do this, it's pot bound. So, loosen the roots down on the bottom. Oh, there's still plenty of room in here that doesn't have roots, so that's good. That'll be good. Alrighty. Put it back in the flower pot that you had it in. It's alright to hold it like this, as long as you don't hold it way up here. Hold it down here next to the root mound. So now, in order to separate babies, I'll show you how to separate babies, because so all you do to get babies out is just go and pull them out. So you just find out where the root is, and of course some of it might be attached to the mommy, so you're just gonna sit there and pull a little bit till you get it almost all loosened. And then if you have to cut one root, which I think I'm gonna have to, I can get everything except, oh wait a minute, nope, look at that. Okay, so 2 roots. I got one root, and then there's one that's a thingy, but it's still starting from roots too, so we're gonna do that one in a pot. And one more. I'll do one more. Looks like I'm yanking hard, but I'm really not. I'm just tugging a little bit in order to see if I can get it disconnected and loosened by just squiggling it. And then I'm gonna have to pull, because, and then I got most of the roots still. So that's good. Alrighty. So now this baby is ready for the pot that I'm gonna put it in. So I'm gonna put it back into the old pot for a minute. And then, oh, see, this is a root. Put that in there, it'll grow. If it doesn't, it's not gonna hurt anything. If it does, that's fine. So, yep. And then I'm just gonna pour this dirt right in here quickly. There you go. And now put this here. I want this pot on here so it's stable. It even has flowers on it. I don't know if you can see the flowers. It has flowers on it. growing pretty good. I like it to go outside to have some sun. So it goes outside for the summer and then it comes inside for the winter. This is probably like a third of the flower pot, because I got a third of the flower pot, I would think. So now I'm going to take and put this in here. And then fill it. Greens. Make sure you cover all the roots. See, some of these roots are sticking out. Stick them back in there. I think that one might have been disconnected even, but the hell with it. Put it in there. Alright, then this one here that was disconnected, I'm going to put that in there too. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, like I said, it's not going to hurt anything. It'll just decompose. So one way or the other, it'll be okay. Same thing as another one here. I'm just going to stick it in there. Okay, there we go. Okay, all done. So, that's pot number 2. I got these pots from a friend of mine. So shout out to Robin and Charlie. Thank you very much. I paid 20 bucks a pot, and I know that they're definitely worth way more than that. And they're in great condition. They're not chipped. They were just a couple of them, 2 of them were dirty, but I don't even care about that because they were dirty on the inside, not the outside, and I had to put dirt in it anyway. So it's not gonna make a difference. It wasn't cruddy, it was just a little dusty inside. Fine. All right, so now water. Make sure you water these pretty much as soon as you're done. So as soon as I'm done a video, I'm gonna turn it off, and then I'm gonna go water. You know what? I'm gonna put my head in here. Oh, look at how cute. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I can do. Head and hands. So, this hand can go here. Oh, peekaboo. And this hand can go here. And, oh, that's cute. All right, more dirt. So I just compacted. You're gonna probably have to put a little bit more dirt in here after you water it, because right now my soil is dry. So it is going to sink a little bit, but I don't want the dirt to go all over the house, so I'm gonna put it flat right now and then water, and then whatever settles, I will add more water, if I dirt after later on if I have to. Alrighty, so now that one's done. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna show you how to plant the little one. So now I have a flower pot. It's a little dirty, but it's fine. Put some soil in it. Remember, with this one, I don't have any roots to those. So I have roots, but I don't have any dirt with it. So about a quarter to half in there. And then drop these 3 right in here. This is gonna have to get transplanted pretty quick, but then I can do a slip pot and get it. Let's see if it lasts this. Let's see. Like I said, I just want to show you. So now, dirt. Dirt. Make sure the roots are covered. I don't need that much more in here. tamp it down, but don't tamp it down too hard. You just want to just tap it so it just settles. I've been doing this for many years, so alrighty. So now this is going to be my other spider plant. So that's that baby. Alrighty. This is gonna go next to my sink right now, because what happens is that I put it next to the sink because I watch the plants that I put next to the sink and make sure that they're okay before I actually put them in the window, the big window, because I want to make sure that I keep watering it right and everything else before. Alright, so now I still have my old flower pots back again, and I can put something else in there. Poor thing's falling apart. And then I still have some more compost with, my soil in order to be able to make another flower pot. Right now I'm looking quick just to see if I can find some more worms, because I don't want them to stay in here, because if they stay in here they're gonna die, because I am not feeding them in here. So later on, next couple of days, I have food so I can feed the worms. I will be doing a video on that too, because I don't think I did one yet. Let me put you up here now so you can see me. I have some squash that I did, and with diverticulitis I'm not supposed to eat seeds, so I took all the seeds out of the squash. And then what I did is I pretty much just took the outer meat and the shell, and that's all I ate. The rest of everything that was inside pretty much went into the compost thing, so it's gonna go into where the worms are. But I want to do a video to show you me putting it in there so that way you can see. And then I also want you to see what is in there left from when I fed it last time. So you can see that the worms actually do dig in there and get rid of it and compost it, so that it's like this. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. This is mixed with soil right now, but I mean, it's still, you saw at the beginning. Actually, I can dig out what's on the side here. So yeah, this is cocoa. It's cocoa coir. That's all it was. And then my vegetables that I put in there, and of course they go down in the bottom basement, poop, and then come back up, and that's it. So, all right. So more soil I have, and flower pots. I will probably not put this back in there, because I'm going to end up putting this in my garden somewhere, because I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be in these plants, because these plants are going to come in my house now. So, kind of neat. Alrighty. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and thank you very much. Have a great day. And then when I do get on to Patreon, which will be my next step after I'm done videoing and editing and putting all these videos in, I will be going on to Patreon and figuring that out. I'm in a process of doing, figuring all this stuff out little by little. I do not have anybody teaching me, so I'm kind of just learning from YouTube itself and whatever I hear from other people and stuff. So hopefully I'm doing good. Half an hour. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.